know that for Indians, I think the ladies are the ones that pay mahari, bride price?
Yes, actually, when the time he asked me to marry him, I still didn't have that understanding, so of course we got engaged, and I was so excited, I was so happy. Then now, as we were discussing now, because of the engagement, the next stage is marriage. So he now shared with me, he said, my family is expecting some gold and some some dowry.
Love stories often come with surprises, but Reverend Lucy Natasha'S revelation about her marriage to Indian husband Prophet Stanley Kamel left many Kenyans talking. In a candid interview, the renowned preacher disclosed that she was required to pay dowry for her husband according to Indian culture traditions, a revelation that sparked widespread reactions online. Many Kenyans were stunned by the disclosure because, in most African cultures, it is traditionally the groom's family that pays dowry to the bride's family.
You know that for Indians, I think the ladies are the ones that pay mahari, bride price?
Yes, actually, when the time he asked me to marry him, I still didn't have that understanding, so of course we got engaged, and I was so excited, I was so happy. Then now, as we were discussing now, because of the engagement, the next stage is marriage. So he now shared with me, he said, my family is expecting some gold and some some dowry. I said, what? So then I told him, in our culture, my family is also expecting the same. So it was just, the dynamics were just like so different. And, we were both mesmerized, because for me, I've never really gotten, into the Indian culture. He didn't know the African culture. So now you can imagine those dynamics of, now who is going to pay? Is it me that is going to pay? Is it him that is going to pay?
Yeah. So who paid? That's the question. The elephant in the room, I know we'll have conversations of who's going, but who paid?
We paid each other.
Yeah, we decided, since the both families wanted, the best thing is to balance the two. So to balance the two cultures, we both need to pay. So we did both a traditional wedding in Kenya and an Indian wedding in India. You have to balance the equation.
No, who paid what where? You paid her bride price?
Yes.
Here?
Here.
And you paid his bride price?
Yes.
There?
In India, in Kerala.
Okay, who paid first?
Him.
So you took what he paid and you...
Obina, you're dangerous.
Houston!
Natasha'S experience highlighted how cultural differences can shape relationships and marriages in unexpected ways. Lucy Natasha and Prophet Stanley Kamel love story has attracted attention since the couple made their relationship public. According to previous interviews, the two first connected through social media, specifically Instagram.
Your husband, first of all, you guys met, you met online?
Yes, on Instagram.
He went on the DM.
Yeah.
Aliingia DM.
Yes. Alicheza ka yeye.
How did you trust somebody who's so far away?
Yeah.
He was in India at that time?
No, he was in, the first time he ever saw me, he was in India,
okay.
But then he relocated to Canada. Okay. But he DM'd me, his DM was not like one of those messages.
Unajua zile zingine.
Zake zilikuwa 2 years.
Kuna konga zile zingine za Instagram, you just like shut it down. So so how first did you trust him?
Yeah.
Maybe very quickly.
Yeah, so very quickly, just to talk about my hubby, and I thank God for him, because this is a man that compliments me after, I had always believed God to give me this kind of a man that will not complicate, but will support my assignment, a man that will stand with me. He slid into my DM, but of course it took me 2 years. He was very persistent.
Okay.
Persistence outweighs resistance. He kept on encouraging me, sending me messages, until I was like, who is this handsome?
What started as online conversations gradually blossomed into a deep friendship and eventually a romantic relationship. The first physical meeting reportedly took place in the United States, where Natasha warmly welcomed Stanley after months of communication. Their chemistry was evident from the start, and the relationship quickly progressed toward marriage. In 2022, Stanley traveled to Natasha'S rural home in Kenya for their traditional wedding ceremony. Many fans followed the event closely as photos and videos of the colorful celebration circulated online. The ceremony blended different cultures, bringing together Kenyan and Indian traditions. Family members from both sides participated, creating a unique cross-cultural wedding experience. However, Natasha revealed there was one major surprise waiting for her. During the interview, Natasha explained that she discovered that Indian culture required her to pay dowry for her husband. According to her account, she was initially shocked when Stanley informed her about the custom. Coming from a background where men traditionally paid dowry, the revelation caught her completely off guard. She explained that because they were merging two cultures, they agreed to respect both traditions. As a result, both sides fulfilled cultural requirements associated with marriage. The revelation generated massive debate online, with some Kenyans jokingly saying they will not attempt such an arrangement, while others praised the couple for embracing cultural diversity and respecting each other's backgrounds. The internet quickly erupted with reactions after Natasha'S comments resurfaced. Some social media users expressed surprise, questioning how a woman would pay dowry for a man. Others viewed it as a beautiful example of cultural exchange and compromise in marriage. Many commenters pointed out that successful relationships often require flexibility, especially when two people come from entirely different cultural backgrounds. Others admired Natasha'S willingness to embrace traditions that were unfamiliar to her, arguing that love sometimes requires understanding customs beyond one's own upbringing. Natasha'S story also opened discussions about the realities of intercultural marriages. When people come from different backgrounds marry, they often encounter differences in family expectations, wedding traditions, religious practices, cultural ceremonies, and even communication styles. For many couples, learning to navigate these differences becomes part of building a strong and lasting relationship. Lucy, Natasha, and Stanley Camel's marriage has often been cited as an example of two individuals working together to bridge cultural divides. Beyond the headlines and social media reactions, Natasha'S revelation highlights an important lesson. Cultural traditions vary significantly across the world. What may seem unusual in one culture can be completely normal in another. Successful intercultural relationships often depend on mutual respect, understanding, and willingness to learn from each other's traditions. For Natasha, what initially came as a surprise eventually became part of a unique love story that continues to fascinate her followers. As debate continues online, one thing remains clear. Lucy, Natasha, and Stanley Camel's marriage continues to capture public interest because of its blend of faith, culture, and love. So what do you think about Lucy Natasha'S revelation that she paid dowry for her husband according to Indian tradition? Would you embrace such a cultural practice for the sake of love? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest stories, celebrity news, and trending updates. Until next time, thank you for watching.